So this is the fifth element in the service marketing myths. So product, price, place, promotion, all these elements we have covered. Now, as I told you in the earlier lecture and or in the previous lectures, the coming three elements are common or unique only to the service marketing, service sector. And among that, one most important one is people myths. People means the human contact involved over here. The human contact or how the people is uh, considered or how they are helping in marketing the services. So people involves the customers, the employees, and everyone who are surrounding this company. It gives a humanistic touch to the activities of the company. Now, what is this people? It is an essential ingredient to any service profession. Recruiting the right staff and training them effectively and efficiently is an important aspect to attain competitive advantage. In services, the customers make judgments based on the employees they interact with. Even if the service organization has everything, unless it has proper staff, it cannot provide the best services to the customers. Hence, service staff, the employees should develop a high level of personal skills, interpersonal skills, and customer oriented attitude. So, in actual business, the service provider or the people actually they reflect the company or they reflect the organization's realities. Or we can say that it is through the interaction with the staff that the customer is actually making an opinion about the company. A service sometimes may be having very less equipments or may not be having good condition over there. But if the employees are talking very honestly, if the employees are dealing with the customers very honestly, then definitely the customers will go back to them. Many times, even if the service sector is having all sophisticated equipments, all modern equipments, all the facilities, if they are not able to provide customer service, then it could be due to any reasons, due to lack of interpersonal relationship, then no customer will come back to that organization again. In such cases, what happens? A customer develops a negative attitude about the company or towards the organization. And in this case, it is necessary that the service marketers should develop a high level of interpersonal skills over here. And why this interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills क्या होता है? These are soft skills to be developed by the employees, and it explains or it shows, or we can say it actually demonstrates how they should deal with the customers. Because in service sector, we are interacting between people. Service provider is interacting with the service consumer or service customer. And every time the customers will make judgment based on the employees they are interacting with. Because of this major reason, it is very much important that the right staff are hired over here and they are also trained so that the communication becomes effective. Now, people are required to deal with exceptional situations. We need best quality people to deal with customers and get the best results. However, attracting and retaining efficient staff is also a difficult task. People have their own expectations, set of expectations from their job. What is this exceptional situations? We have seen earlier exceptions. Exceptions होता है when some things go out of the hand, when some mistakes happen, when some errors happen. Only an experienced personnel can deal with such type of exceptional situations. And for this, we need best quality people who can deal with the customers and who can retain these customers. So not only customers are to be retained, we need to retain the staff as well. Because working on the staff, providing training for the staff and all is done in order to improve the expertise of them, in order to improve their knowledge of them. So when we are investing in the company's assets, when we are investing in the company's main assets, that is human resources, it is very much important that they also be retained. Then here you can see the classification of service personnel based on interaction. Broadly, we have two different types of employees: customer contact employees and non-contact employees. customer contact employees mean those who are required to be in contact with the customers. At the same time, non-contact employees or support personnel, they need not be directly in contact with the customers. So based on this, we will see in detail. First one is customer contact employees. They are also known as the front line staff because they come in direct contact with the customers, like office staff, the waiters, the air hostess, etc. They are representing the firm and they can directly influence the customer satisfaction because they are going to interact with the customers. The front line, the people who are sitting in the reception, the people who are sitting in the dealing with the customers directly. These include actually three types: high contact people, low contact people, then skilled people, non-professionals, like that. Many classifications are there. Majorly, we have high contact, low contact. High contact means where the interaction is required highly, or both the service provider and the consumer should be there together, like hospitals, educational institutions, etc. Low contact could be through ATMs, e-banking, or net banking, like that. Then there is skilled professionals like doctors, chartered accountants, and non-professionals also. So here you have to remember what is high contact and what is low contact majorly. So customer contact employees are those people also known as the frontline staff because they are coming in direct contact with the customers. At the same time, you may have non-contact employees, but they are equally important for every organization. They contribute in service delivery but do not come into direct contact with the customers. Like they include the administrative staff at offices, the chef in a restaurant, etc. They are actually support personnel who possess high technical skills and are very much competent in their work. Without this customer focused support personnel, it is not possible for the contact personnel to service the to provide the quality services. The thing is that many times we ignore the back office people, like chef in a restaurant. The chef in the restaurant is actually playing a major role in delivering the tasty food to the customers. But that person is not going to come in direct contact with the customer. So they are all non-contact employees. But at the same time, they possess high technical skills, they possess high knowledge in whatever work they are doing, and they are quite competent in their work. And without these people, the other employees, that is contact employees, cannot deliver quality service. Now, service quality and employee behavior. This name you have to remember, Zaitmel. Zaitmel name you have to always remember when you're talking about service marketing. This is one name which we always have to remember. Coming forward, many more topics we will be learning about this person, contribution about from this person. Now here, there are 5 dimensions of service quality, or 5 aspects we can say. First one is reliability, then responsiveness, assurance, empathy, tangibility. Now, these 5 dimensions can be directly connected or directly influenced by the employee behavior. First one is reliability. What is being reliable? Reliable means ensuring that the service as promised is delivered, or it is within the control of the employees. Even if it is any kind of machines, still the employees are required to ensure that it is working properly. Of course, we are telling ATMs. ATMs are not coming under low contact services, but we require support people to put cash into the ATM. So in that way, we can say that these are all connected. Now, reliability means delivering the service as promised. We can assure, getting the assurance that this will be delivered on time. Responsiveness means how they are willing to help the customers, or promptness in delivering the service. Like when we go to a bank, how they are dealing with us, how they are responding to our queries. Or when we go to a restaurant, how much would be the waiting time, why the waiter is not coming to us, or why the waiter is not noticing us. That all creates a kind of high satisfaction or low satisfaction among the customers. Some places you go and they make you sit for long waiting hours. You will not like to come back to such places again. So responsiveness means the customer perception of through their employees' willingness to help and their promptness also in helping the customers. Assurance. Assurance means the ability to communicate the credibility and trust. Trust and confidence in the quality of services delivered. Like we have, you might have known about some good doctors and all. People again and again go to such doctors having a trust or having confidence that this particular doctor will be helping them. That is assurance. Then empathy. Empathy means caring and providing individualized attention to the customers. It means basically that employees will be listening to the customers, adapting to the customers, and also be flexible to the customers' requirements. That is empathy, listening to the customers and accordingly reacting to the customers. Tangibility, the appearance of the employee. Employee appearance and dress are also important aspects of tangible dimensions, like the cleanliness, the in the what you can say in the restaurant, the waiter's dress, the cleanliness of the dress, air hostess. When you travel in aeroplane, you can see the dressing style of air hostess, the front office staff, the receptionist. So this is the first thing which we are going to see. These are the first people whom we are going to interact with. So their personality, their appearance and dressing are all very important to create an impression among the customer's mind. So these 5 points you have to remember: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility. Now, strategies for a result-oriented approach. How to get the service delivered properly. Like according to Zegman and Widner, this is actually a complex combination of strategies which are required to ensure that the service employees are willing to deliver the service. And that too, they should deliver quality service and there should be some motivation for these employees to do that. For that, the service firm should hire the right people. Hire means recruit the right people, develop people to deliver quality services by providing them proper training, teach them how to deliver quality services. Empowerment means give them the responsibility, give them the power to do the work successfully. Teamwork, teach them how to work in a team. Promoting teamwork, provide a support system. This should come from the management, this should from the company's top people, wherein they should provide all the support system whereby the employees can deliver the service in a better way. Same way, retain the best people, because we can see many companies after HP, or even though after working for several years, many companies do ask the employees to quit, and then because they might be getting employees at a cheaper rate when they are employing freshers, but that will make a huge difference in the customer satisfaction. When you interact with a person, and when you have been knowing that person, interacting with that person since several years, one day that person is not there in the company, how do you feel? So always the company should try to retain the best people. They have already invested in the training. They have already invested in making them get adjusted to the company systems and policies, and they should be retained. So this is about people myths in service marketing. Here, what you have to remember, what is the importance of people over here. They are required to deal with exceptional services. How much we say that automation is happening, technology is replacing people, but still we need people's intelligence and logical thinking in exceptional cases. Then this part also you have to remember: customer contact and non-contact. Contact means those who are frontline officers, frontline staff who are directly contacting with the customers. And non-contact, they are back office, or we can say they are support personnel who are not in direct contact with the customers. Then this also you have to remember the 5 elements. These 5 elements you will be learning in the coming topics as well: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, tangibility. Once again, reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibility. Then how to get a result oriented approach.